All right, this is a continuation of TUMs 8, 10, and 9. So here, if we multiply 3.5 by 2, we get 7, and 2 times 2, we get 4. So this has directly to do with that ratio there. And then it says GH is congruent to QR. Remember, this says congruent, and these are segments, and segments aren't congruent. All right, number 2 says study the figures shown. Which statement cannot be used to prove the two figures to be similar? So I've got 10 to 12 and 15 to 18. So I would do 10 over 12 equals 15 to 18. And then I would reduce. So 10 and 12 are both divisible by 2. So I would say 5, 6, and 15 and 18 are both divisible by 3. So I would say 5, 6, and that works out. So I'm using something, or I'm looking for something that is wrong. The ratio of the top base and the bottom base for both figures is the same. The ratio top base to the bottom and both figures is the same. That's what we just did. The difference between the top bases is the same as the difference between the bottom bases. Not always. The ratio of the top bases of both figures is the same as the ratio of the bottom bases of both figures. So that would be 12 to 18 is the same as 10 to 15. So I would end up rewriting this one-way form or fashion, and it should equal this. The corresponding angles for the figures are congruent. Well, I need to look at the curves. If there's one curve here and one curve here, that means those two are the same. And there's one here and one here, those two are the same. And then two curves, two curves, two curves, two curves, all of those 4 angles are the same. So I've got to find one that's wrong. Trapezoid, JKLM, is similar to trapezoid WXYZ. JKLM is similar to W, X, Y, and Z. Okay? They have to match. Letters have to match. So JK is to WX. So far this is good. XY is to KL. XY and KL, yes, but these two down here are not on the same shape. So this is a no. WX and KL are not on the same shape. ML and ZY. ML, ZY, so far so good. JM and WZ. JM and WZ. And ML and JM are on the same shape, so this works across here as well. KL and LM. KL, LM is the same as XY and YZ. Yes, this one works as well. JM and WZ, JM, WZ, so far this one's halfway correct. So you got to find if this one is wrong or if we need to stick to A. Number 4, given the figures shown, which of the following statements is true? Okay, we've got to match angles with angles. So I would say A, B, C, and then I would find who's 45 degrees, that would be over here. F, who's 75 degrees, that would be D. And C is 60. A, B, C, F, D, E. So I need to find the right one. Make sure you put triangle and triangle. And then the last part on page 180 or 86. Two triangles DEF and MNO are similar. Complete the ratios. So who matches DE? That matches over here. Who matches NO? That must match over here. E, F. And then I have to make one up on my own. Let's say F, D. pentagons ABCDE and GHIJK are shown. Oh yeah, you need to find these two missing ratios or two missing pieces up here. Are pentagons similar? Explain your reasoning. So I need to make ratios. Is 5 to 8 the same as 3 to 4? Cross multiply. 8 times 3 is 24. Cross multiply. 5 times 4 is 20. Are they equal? If triangle PQR and TU is similar to TUV, which angle is congruent to angle Q? Angle Q is congruent to angle who? Remember, we should have done this in class in our notes. Look at the rectangles. We've got to match somebody with somebody. Are rectangles JKLM and NOPQ similar? Explain your reasoning. All right, so let's say JKLM and PONOPQ. So let's take JM and PQ. JM and PQ. So that's 9 to 4.5. Then let's take JK and NO. JK is 5 and NO is 2.5. Cross multiply. 5 times 4.5 and 9 times 2.5. Does 9 times 2.5 equal, 4.5 times 5? Question mark. And we can skip this one on number 9. All right, let's go to unit 10. I'm going to start at the end of unit 10 because we should have gotten through most of those in class. All right, I did this one. Let's go on to number 2. A scale drawing of a building has a width to length ratio of 3 to 4. Which best describes the width of scale drawing? Oh, by the way, this is page 105. Sorry. Which best describes the width of scale drawing if the length of the scale is 37? So I've got 3 to 4, and then I have length, width to length, 37. All right, so we're going to put my missing value here. Then we're going to cross multiply and divide. 37 times 3 divided by 4 will give you your answer. Number 3, I've got ABC and X, Y, Z. What is the difference in the areas of the two triangles? So area of a triangle equals 1/2 base times height. I need to find this height of this triangle. So I'm going to do XZ. XZ is the same as AC. So that's 12 over 8 is the same as 4 over H. 8 times 4 is 32 divided by 12. 32 divided by 12 equals top in, bottom out. It's 2, 24. 12 goes into 80. Ooh. How many times? 6. 6 times 72. 80 to 6 repeats. So this is 2.66. Is that correct? Hold on. Cross multiply. 12 is to 8. Oh, Ms. Darling set up the proportion wrong. It should be 12 is to 8 as X is to 4. Now I can do 12 times 4 divided by 8. There's 48 divided by 8 is 6. X equals 6, or H equals 6. And then this is 1/2 base times height. So the area of this triangle is 1/2 12 times 6. And the area of this triangle is 1/2 8 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32. Half of that is 16. 12 times 6 is 72. Half of that is 36. So find the difference between 36 and 16. All right, last one, then I'm going to leave y'all on your own. Travis sketches a scale drawing of his favorite race car. The scale he uses is 1 centimeter equals 1/4 of a foot. I like to use decimals. If the length of a car in Travis's drawing is 64 centimeters, centimeters has to go on top, then X goes in the bottom. What's the actual length? 1/4 times 64. This is like saying 64 divided by 4. That's going to equal 16, and then I'm going to divide by 1. That's going to give me my answer, and this one should be easy. Okay, one more for real. An architect draws a blueprint of a house using the scale 1 inch equals 6 feet. If the kitchen measures 19.5 feet by 22.5 feet, what are the dimensions of the kitchen on the blueprint? So I could use either of these, 19.5 or 22.5. And I will use 22.5. 22.5 feet and X. I will cross multiply and then divide. 22.5 divided by 6. 6 goes into 20 3 times. 18. 45. 6 goes into 45 7 times. 7 times 6 is 42, and that's going to be 3.75. Which answer has 3.75 in it? Yes, 3.75. It's somewhere in there. Good luck.